saying that he wants to be dictator on day one, wanting to consolidate the very organizations and watchdogs that oversee checks and balances is an immediate disqualification. There should be no question as to what he could do or what he would do with unchecked immunity.
Hey. Matt, what's going on? Oh, it's Matei.
What's good? Is this going to be a one-on-one conversation?
If you want it to be. You want to talk to me or Tommy?
It doesn't matter. Just one person would be nice.
All right, you can debate Jaden if you want. That's fine.
What's up?
All right, Jaden. Hey, so Jaden.
Yes.
What is the biggest concern you have with President Trump if he gets elected in your life personally?
His disdain for our democracy and rule of law. I think him being granted unequivocal immunity by the Supreme Court paves the groundwork for actions that I believe are unbecoming of a president and somebody who should be leading our nation.
Okay, so it's more about the morals, is what you're saying?
It's not morals. It's just how I see fit our society function and the kind of leader that I'm expecting. It's about how they would act within a legal confine, or rather, what steps they might take to sidestep the law in order to benefit themselves.
When's the last time you saw a president fit under your eyes?
What was the question?
When's the last time you saw a president fit under your eyes?
I see it right now.
I saw Donald Trump fit into that fucking picture box of him being a felon. Fucking gal.
Hey, bro, I'm cool with you saying that. That's fine.
It's fine.
But
he also fit into that podium, so he wasn't sticking out on either side because he had a special ordered.
That's true.
Saw him fit into that fucking suit that was too small. What?
All right, Jaden, you ready?
What?
All right. So, like, what I'm understanding from you is basically that you don't see Trump fit. You don't think he should be in office. But you think Biden is fit and he should be in office.
I'm saying his understanding of the rule of law and the duties of the president are far and away above that of Donald Trump's priorities. Saying that he wants to be dictator on day one, wanting to consolidate the very organizations and watchdogs that oversee checks and balances is an immediate disqualification. There should be no question as to what he could do or what he would do with unchecked immunity. Biden's not even willing to give leverage to that idea. He will act within the constitutional powers of his authority. Donald Trump would sidestep that.
Okay. So it's more about the dictatorship thing for you?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty big thing.
Now, without any outside influences, because this dictatorship thing just got brought, everyone's bringing it up in the last 6 to 9 months.
Like 6 to 9 years.
Okay. Well, if they brought it up 6 to 9 years ago, like you just said, right? What in Donald Trump's presidency, in his 4-year presidency, screamed dictatorship?
Firing the head of the FBI that was investigating him.
How does that scream dictatorship if he wants to fire
That is the oversight of checks and balances on his legal conduct. If he's saying, no, don't investigate me, 1 second. If he's saying, no, do not investigate me because I believe I'm above the law or I believe what I did was lawful, then that's very clearly eliminating the checks on his power.
Well, what I don't understand,
that's the first thing.
Jaden, if he's not being investigated, then why supposedly does he have 34 felony convictions, all this? That
doesn't tie into what I just said. You asked me what he did that made him dictatorial. Eliminating members of the branches that oversee your power would be dictatorial.
Does he not have the right to fire as he chooses as a boss?
Should you be firing people overseeing your checks? No, you shouldn't. And his reasons for doing so were purely political, not because there was an impropriety on Comey's part, simply because he was looking into his campaign and the conduct of which very clearly was illegal. There's no other reason. You can say he disliked him, he has the right to fire, sure, but the reasons why they're doing that matter too. Reasons why was because he was being investigated. Second point I would bring up would be the fake slates of electors, the fraudulent efforts that he undertook in solicitation of violation of oath of offices for several states, including Georgia, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Wisconsin. That is beneath what we should be asking of our elected officials, especially when it comes to the recognition of concession. He cannot concede. And it's very clear that he won't concede. Even in elections that he won, he initiated the Pence-Kovac Convention looking for fraudulent votes. They couldn't find anything merely because of the fact that he lost the popular vote. He was saying that that election would have been rigged even before the first votes even took place, even before the counting took place. He's saying that now. So very clearly shows a disdain and disregard for our institutions, for our elections, a tenet of fascism, by the way, that he's willing to put his personal opinions and vindictiveness over what the rule of law and what the actual votes say.
Jaden, I do want to have a conversation.
I'm having one. I'm just informed.
So can we keep I get that you want to get everything out. I understand that. But can we just keep these to like
We're doing that.
points?
I'm doing that. I gave you 2 points.
So here's my response to that, basically, is you're saying he won't concede. But the thing is, Jaden, he's out of office. He's out of office. And you guys are saying dictatorship.
You want him back.
He's out of office.
He's out of office now because of the checks and balances that work.
What's your argument to that? He's out of office.
Gave up.
How is he a dictator?
He didn't go out because he didn't leave willingly. And he saw very clearly the writing on the wall, the lack of support that he had.
Why would you say that? Why would you say
because of January 6th, because of the fake slates of electors, because of his efforts towards overturning the will of the people. Okay. Ultimately, they failed, so he had to leave. But if he was successful, especially if he had been given unchecked immunity prior to that, I think he would have undertaken more unlawful actions leading into the election.
Hey guys, if you are enjoying the show, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And if you want to support the channel, you guys can become a YouTube member on this channel, or preferably join the Patreon in the link tree in the bio. Also in the link tree is my TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and the OK Hi YouTube, which I post news to on a regular basis. Enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, let's keep it concise so, we both have the opportunity to speak our opinions without someone just over-talking the other person. All right.
You haven't said an opinion. So you just asked me questions the whole time.
Well, I'm sorry you're not hearing my questions. All right.
I have answered your questions. I'm saying you're not rebutting them with anything. You're just asking questions. You're not making an argument.
Okay. Here's a statement then, Jaden. He is not a dictator because he's not in office. Is that not good?
I never said he was a dictator. I said he wants to do, and his actions are dictatorial.
Now you're saying...
Did you hear me? I never said that he was a dictator. I never made that argument.
Okay, then why are you pushing?
I said his actions were authoritarian and dictatorial in nature, and I pointed to things that he did that are akin to what dictators do.
Such a dangerous narrative.
That's not dangerous. I think what's dangerous. I think what's dangerous is firing at people overseeing your checks and balances. What's dangerous is absolute immunity. What's dangerous is his argument before the Supreme Court that he could drone strike a political opponent. That's dangerous. And for me to say that there should be a check and very clear checks on his power, and the fact that he should be forced to concede is not a dangerous line on my part. It's dangerous that you think that should be unchecked.
Here's a statement from me.
It's not even an argument. It's not even an argument. You can't be like, well, he hasn't done it yet, therefore it doesn't have validity. If someone was saying that they're going to shoot you right at this particular moment, you could take it as being a serious threat, right?
Look,
well, they have in my argument. Could you imagine if you went to the cops and they were like, yeah, he threatened me, he pointed a gun at me, and the cop was like, but he didn't do it.
He didn't fire.
That'd be dumb.
Yo, duty. Are we gonna have a one-on-one? I mean, I can do it. I can do it with you too, but I'm really trying to talk to one person.
Yeah, I know, but your argument's just fucking stupid.
I mean, that's your opinion. I mean, are you against it?
It doesn't make sense. You're saying because he was unsuccessful in his efforts,
is it ridiculous
we should bypass it?
It's your opinion. Okay,
that's not my opinion. That's his. He's the one that says he wants to be president on day one.
And I mean, that's why we're divided, because we have such opposite opinions.
This is
not a matter of opinion. You just disregard what he said.
The fact is, you're pushing.
Did you know that he fired James Comey?
All right.
Did you know that he put forth fake slates of electors? Wait. Did you know these things, though?
That's something we don't stand for in the United States. And if we did stand for it, it would already be happening. Okay,
so something he did do to try and make him safe dictator is January 6th. He did January 6th.
Okay.
He did that.
Okay, now if we're
going to talk about that, overthrow the United States government.
Now if we're going to talk about that, okay, this is my response. How are you going to blame Trump for someone else's actions? Did he go in their body and possess them to do that? No.
Yes, he did.
No,
he was told it was going to be violent. Hold on, I want to explain it. No, he was told it was going to be violent. He said that he wasn't.
Right to go hurt someone else.
You cannot incite.
I can't blame
He absolutely incites. Yes, you can. It's called incitement.
It's my action. It's my choice.
Do you know what incitement is?
Do you know what incitement is? Do whatever I want.
Do you know what incitement is?
Look, bro, I'm not going to make an excuse for the actions I did.
So you don't have any idea what incitement is?
Between me and you, I'll accept responsibility for my actions.
Okay, but incitement is the act of provocation of unlawful behavior.
That's
Donald Trump instructing people. No, it is not. That's not incitement, though. I'm not telling anyone to do anything within
twice off false narratives. That's exactly what you guys are doing.
But I'm not instructing anything to come about from that. Am I saying anything? Is that a call to arms when I call him a fascist or an authoritarian?
No.
A
threat to democracy.
That is not a call to arms. Telling you to go someplace and do something would be incitement.
Shut up. Thanks, not Eugene. This guy.
Andrew,
bro, stop. You're about to get yeeted. Listen.
Trying
to deny, bro, it's not a valid point. I'm trying to answer it. You keep fucking talking. If you could shut your yap for a second, I could respond.
All right, answer it. Go.
Awesome. Cool. You saying that, well, he didn't do this, therefore he lacks responsibility. Oh, sorry. No, I'm not sorry.
You're not.
We do not care.
Nutcracker, appreciate it. Thank you. Nutcracker, appreciate it. Thank you. What was his question again? He kept fucking yapping. I can't remember. Oh, this idea that people are responsible. Number one, he forged documents. He called people while the attack was going on, while they were begging him to stop, and he was continuing to do it. And you know what I find most funny about that? You guys want to know the funniest thing about that claim that I made? This is absolutely true. Donald Trump called up Representatives Mike Lee. He called Mike Lee by accident, and he called Kevin McCarthy, and he tried to get them to stop the certification and certify it in his favor, and they refused while they called him where they told him to call it off. Do you know how many people, like, if someone had said that to me about Biden, I'd be like, what? No fucking way. Let me see it. Do you know how many times people have asked me for a source on that? It's never fucking happened. And you know why? Do you guys know why it's never happened? I've never been asked for a source, because every person that I've ever told that to knows that Donald Trump would do something like that.
They've never
questioned me on that. It's because in their brain, that is some shit Donald Trump would do. And I think that's the craziest telling. I have made that point hundreds of times, if not thousands. And not a single person has ever questioned me on this source, because every single one of them, and by the way, this is 100% true. There's sources on this. Not a single person has ever questioned me on that source. In fact, almost never do I get questioned on sources other than the fact that Donald Trump and where he forged documents. That one I get questioned on, because they're like, Donald Trump, right? Nah, let me see the evidence of that. Nah.